get things done because I'm only giving him those first 6-7 minutes of the first and third quarter. So he's anxious to make plays, and really he's at his best when he's just being physical and setting screens, and we're using him as a passer. And those are all things he does really well, and he's doing fine. He's just in a little bit of a rush sometimes.
What have you thought about Durant's continued evolution as a shot blocker, kind of going to the next level in that department?
Well, I mean, he has all the physical tools, obviously, to be a great shot blocker. With Kevin, it's mostly about his aggressiveness as a weak side defender. You know, when he is really engaged, coming over and trapping and you know, protecting the rim. That's when he's at his best, and that's when he's getting his block shots.
You've spoken about your fondness for Pop, and I don't know what else you can say, but I'm going to ask you, what kind of mark has he made on you?
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin with Pop. You know, he's become a great friend, but he's one of my key mentors now that I'm coaching. What I learned from him as a player was profound in terms of the culture that the Spurs had built, that he built. We've implemented some of the things that Pop has done over the years here in Golden State, and more than anything, I just value him as a great friend and somebody who I admire. I mean, you know, there's all these jokes about the Popovich presidential. I truly would vote for Pop. Like, he would make a great president. He actually would. So, all jokes aside, I'd vote for him.
When you talk as friends, do you try to avoid basketball, or does the conversation
Oh, inevitably the conversation turns to basketball because we're both so passionate about it. And you know, last year we had dinner a couple times. I think both I can't remember if both times were here. Maybe one time here, one time in Oakland. But you know, we generally get together. We'll get together tonight, and you know, with Pop, the great thing is it always goes way beyond basketball in terms of the relationships, the friendships, and so my wife is coming, and my son is coming, and it just feels like family when we're all together.
What do you think would be his platform if he
What's
did?
that?
What do you think would be his platform if he did run for president?
Honesty and integrity.
Would you be vice
Those
president?
would be two really key components to any person who wants to become president or who is president. Honesty and integrity would be fantastic to see. He would provide it.
Would you be vice president?
I would not be vice president.
Hey, Steve, how did you, when you reflect on the series last year, how did you see Zaza handle just all the criticism that went his way with foul?
I thought he handled it really well. You know, Zaza's one of the best people I know. He's so genuine, and he didn't try to do anything. He genuinely felt bad about the injury, as we all did. I never want to see anybody hurt, and that's the truth. You know, injuries suck. I mean, these guys, every player in this league has been working forever to get this far and to get to the playoffs. And so I hate when people are hurt, and especially in those circumstances where it's kind of a fluke thing. But I thought Zaza handled it really well. He took a lot of flack, but I know what's in that guy's heart, and everybody in our organization knows what a good guy he is and a competitor, but he's not dirty.
Have you noticed the league getting faster this season?
Yeah.
Do you think that has anything to do with what you guys have done?
What we've done in terms of what?
Like in terms of the blueprint you guys have kind of set, you know, speeding up the pace.
The league was already speeding up, you know, before we got going. I always go back to the D'Antoni Suns, 2004 or 5. That's when it kind of started. Downsizing, playing faster, more shooting. But you can see if you just look at the pace numbers around the league, more and more teams are playing fast. Good teams, bad teams, teams that are rebuilding. I think in general, people want to play faster and more spaced out. And it's one of the reasons it's harder and harder to play a 5-man these days, because inevitably you got to deal with point guards coming downhill on high screens, and it's a hard thing to do.
You mentioned the D'Antoni Suns, 7 seconds offense. I saw a stat today that their offense will rank like 25th in the league today in pace.
Houston?
No, D'Antoni Suns. Back then, what was it, 2002, 2003? So that offense now,
if you looked at the pace then and put that in now,
right into now,
it would be
they were
ranked
like 25th. in
But
pace.
back then they were first, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's that doesn't shock me. It's the evolution of the game. I mean, back then I'll bet that they probably took more 3-pointers than anybody, and it was probably 25. And now they're taking 40 plus in Houston. So the game has changed. But Mike was really the one who I thought, as an innovator, initiated the change that you're seeing around the league. All right, thanks.
Thank you.